Hi, this is Kendall, and this is Retirement as We Know It. And just wanted to stop and share just a little bit this morning about my thinking and how sometimes it gets the best of me, however you want to put it. Be still and know that I am God. And I think, I'm not God. and, and I guess some days I claim to be because I don't stop. I don't get up. I don't take time to just be with the one who made me, the one who knows me, the one who loves me. And I just don't stop and take time to catch up. So I go on my way. I do my thing. I mean, I got some good stuff done this morning. Went to Harbor Freight and got some tubes for my tires on my two-wheel truck, and I did that kind of stuff. But all of a sudden, you're thinking, well, here I am. Now what? And you just have kind of an emptiness, and then a loss of a sense of no direction. So I think this is then where I find myself, and the best way to do that, I think, is just like the scripture says, be still, and that means stop your life, stop pretending you're God of your own universe. Just stop and listen. And when you do that, you get an overwhelming sense of who God is. And I've done that, and I do that, and so I know that. I know that feeling when it comes. I know that, and I say feeling, but it's a sense of who we are. Again, I've talked about this verse before, but in our heart, God has put in our hearts the who of God, who God is. We know in our hearts that He's there. We know in our hearts that He's calling out to communicate with us. Now, I don't think we probably verbalize that and really understand how to verbalize, but we then realize that that's who we are. We're a being that needs to have that direction. If we're made in His image, and He's redeemed all of us, well, that's really our only outcome, is to be able to stop and do and know who He is daily, but then to acknowledge who He is. And then that starts to put us on a whole new frame of mind, starts to put us in a place that we can, here it says, be still and know that I'm God, but and essentially it's be still and hear. Then you start to hear that He's God. And I know I can see the comments now. Oh, so you're one of those that God speaks to, well, yeah, I am, and I hate to put it quite like that, and quite so. I don't think that's really mean, but we get a sense of God's glory, get a sense of uh, the fact that He agrees with us, and not when I say agree with us. If we're in sin, if we're in stuff that doesn't please God, then I don't think He really agrees with us. But He's pleased with us because we're His, and He created us, and He's created us for a purpose, and we've all know about purpose. But I think a thing we don't understand about purpose, and I don't think my purpose today was to get stuff done. We're looking at a move. We're trying to get garage done. We're trying to get all that stuff ahead of us. But when we get to a place and we don't realize our purpose is to stop every day, be still, know. And our purpose is to know Him. Our purpose is to be in Him. Our purpose is to understand and know the one who, again, made us. And when we know that, when we start to know that, then we're able to be a listener. We're able to be, who knows, that big and mighty haughty sometimes. We think of our purpose as something really important, something way up there and somebody's doing. But when we start to realize, again, our purpose is just to be in Him, then we start seeing that He unfolds for us a whole nother purpose, something we'd never even thought of. And it's not like, and we all have gifts and talents, and we all want to assert those, and we all, when we assert those, we feel like God's pleased with us, but under our own power, then it doesn't really, I don't think we really are as effective as we need to be. So if we just stop, be in Him, and then listen ultimately for that place, and it may never be a place of renown, it may never be a place of being somebody, you know. It's I've spent a few years of being in and out of all that, but it's just being in Him, and I think that's our purpose. That's the purpose that I almost missed today. But today I've decided I'm going to go forward in that, be who I know to be, and communicate with Him. And again, I still want to talk about I'll call it my trademark. It's not a trademark, it's in the Bible. But I want to talk about my marked scripture, the fact that it's in Him we live and move and have our being. So until we realize that and apply it in our life and know that that's who we are, we're in kind of a struggle. So until next time, go with God.